Protecting our nation, state, and community at a moment's notice. The Ohio Army National Guard can do just that. This afternoon, we have a chance to learn all about the opportunities within the Guard. We have Brigadier General Matt Woodruff, Sergeant First Class Darren Kokensparger, and Specialist Mashoud Oyukin with us. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Let's start with you, General. The National Guard has been so helpful in past years when we have civilian problems. For example, we had a water crisis a few years ago in Toledo. We had the COVID issues. Nobody organizes and motivates better than the military. Sometimes they can come in, I know, with food drives, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the unique things about the National Guard. We're the only portion of the Department of Defense that can respond when the governor calls.
And the governor is in charge of calls out you guys and also the Air National Guard, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so whether it's responding to COVID-19, and many times that response, we can have boots on the ground within hours. So the tornadoes in Indian Lake are a great example of within hours of that press conference, we had airmen on the ground to support Indian Lake.
How often lately have you had to motivate or to get going, to mobilize?
Since we've had the East Palestine train derailment, we've had the tornado in Indian Lake, we've had COVID-19, which was a 3-year, essentially, mobilization of the National Guard to support the citizens. Those are probably the biggest ones everyone would remember.
How many bases or how many units are there around the state?
So we have about 43 different armories for the Army National Guard around the state. So in about 23 to 25 different counties. So we're spread across the communities across the state.
And how many numbers we talk about as far as soldiers are concerned?
So about 10,000 soldiers in the Army National Guard.
And your job is recruiting, Darren. So
yes, sir.
How is that going? It's been in the media a lot lately about how the military in general is having trouble getting new recruits. Is it getting better at all?
I think the willingness to join and the people that want to serve, it's there. We're just having, more limitations on who we allow to join. They have to pass tests. There's a lot of standards they have to pass to join. But if you're out here listening, don't be discouraged. We can, as recruiters, get you qualified, get you to the next step.
I think I saw the stat where during World War II, 11% of Americans wore a uniform. Mm-hmm. Vietnam is about 6%, and now we're down to less than 1%. How did that happen over a period of time? I guess in a volunteer army, that's what's going to happen anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the longer we go away from that, you start to have less familiarity with people that served. So a big connection in the National Guard in particular is a connection to a family member that has served. And so the longer we go with generations that haven't served, that gets broken. So us being able to come out and work with teams like you guys that do a phenomenal job for us, telling our message, you get to serve your community. We have incredible benefits between like our scholarship program, pays 100% tuition to state schools. If you don't want to go to college and you want to trade, we pay with our scholarship program a trade so that you get certified to do that. It's phenomenal.
So Mashoud, you've been in the States from Nigeria for 3 years. What was it that made you want to join the National Guard?
Me joining the National Guard was a decision I took after I wanted a change. I wanted to serve. I wanted to be of use to the community who has given so much to me. I took that decision last year, December, and immediately I spoke with a recruiter and they told me to come to the armory. I went there, we did a whole bunch of talking and they found out, oh, you qualified when I did my test, and here I am today. But the desire to join came from within because of my mundane life. It was just 9 to 5, work home, and I wanted a change. I wanted to be a part of something great. I wanted to be just a part of a legacy that I can build on, that my generation can build on.
So when you signed up, do you have to go through basic training? What all have you gone through now to get to where you are to wear a uniform?
The first step is speaking with a recruiter, letting the recruiter know what your plans are, because we have 150 career paths in the Ohio Army National Guard that no matter what you want to be, there's always a spot for you if you qualify. Then after that, I went for my MEPS, which is a medical checkup in Columbus. Then after I came back, I could have shipped from MEPS, but I had to come back and get some waiver for some 1 or 2 things because of my age. Then I shipped out from here to basic, and I did my basic and AIT simultaneously. Basic was 10 weeks, and AIT was 6 weeks because of my MOS, which is my job in the military. I'm an 88 Mike, so which is a model operator transport. So I'm a truck driver, and immediately I finished my AIT, I came back home and I earned the opportunity to don the uniform.
Break it down for me, would you, General? The people that are that have regular jobs and families, and this is a once-a-month thing, or how does that all break down?
Yeah, so of the Ohio Army National Guard, about 80% are traditional guardsmen. So that means they do 39 total days a year. So that's usually 2 days a month and then 15 days in the summer, typically. So that's the extent of the service. So a couple days a month, and you get paid for it, and you can get reduced health insurance, and then 2 weeks in the summer. And we hold to that pretty strictly now.
Darren, what encouraged you to join the military?
Just putting on this uniform and having that sense of pride. Also, obviously, the benefits are very appetizing. Our full ride, 100% tuition scholarship that pays for your first bachelor's degree. Plus, they pay you to get your education. And it just develops us and our soldiers who use those benefits to become better leaders in the future.
So what keeps you going? What all are you doing right now?
So what keeps me going is soldiers like him. So he's a great example of someone that was able to obtain their citizenship through service in the National Guard. And so being able to influence and develop young minds and young people into being everything they can be is absolutely what keeps me going.
Yeah, if someone's watching this and thinking, this sounds good, I'd like to try that out, what did you do?
I would recommend them going to the nationalguard.com website. You can fill out a little bit of information, and it will get you to your local recruiter, or you can call 1-800-GO-GUARD if you like talking on the phone.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Happy travels.